Hi, I'm Libby, and I'm so excited you're here taking a look at my Food Freedom Academy program. I've been doing this work for 8+ years. I utilize a combination of psychology, nutrition, and the brain for my program, and I want you to know I've also been in your shoes. I'm a professional now, a therapist, a certified intuitive eating coach, but I know exactly what it's like living with an eating disorder. I used to wake up daily hating everything about myself, and mostly my body that I believed was failing me. My eating disorder had truly hijacked my life. I ended up feeling like I would literally die this way. I felt shameful, guilty, disgusting, sick, angry, regretful, you name it, and I could not see a way out of this. I spent years of my life trying to find a solution. You name it, I did it. I know you're probably feeling the exact same way. I was just like you. You're here looking to get the help that you need, and I was able to find the help I needed too. And I told myself that once I got better, I was going to put a program in place to help other people do the same. And I truly know that this is what I meant to do with my life. I would be honored to talk to you more about what I do and how I could help you. So let's talk a little bit about what I can do for you and if you work with me in my Food Freedom Academy program. After this video, please make sure to submit the application. We can then go over all the options to see if we're a fit to work together. So I'm going to talk about 4 areas that you're probably struggling with. The first one being food. I know that you're here feeling really uncomfortable with food or eating or your mental health or your emotional health or all of it above in regards to your body. Maybe you engage in excessive grazing throughout the day. You feel hungry all the time, or you're labeling what you're doing as binge eating, overeating, emotionally eating, compulsive overeating, whatever it is. And I know you're all also probably thinking, I can't trust myself around food. I have to keep all the good stuff out of the house because if I don't, I'm just going to binge on all of it. Everyone else will get it, but I won't. I'm never going to be able to control this. I'm a total food addict. I'm never going to be able to eat intuitively, blah, blah, blah. This is an endless spiral that you've been experiencing. I want you to know that I understand what you're probably looking for is the magic diet, the magic pill, the diet that will finally deliver what it promises, the diet that will lead you to never binge eat again, the diet that will deliver long lasting weight loss and to finally live in that thinner body. However, I can also tell you that that's just diet culture and a lot of lies that you've relied on your whole life. You have to relearn to reteach yourself just like a kid. Kids know how to eat intuitively. We're all born intuitive eaters, and we unlearn those things over the years. You've unlearned how to eat intuitively, and you've let stress, emotional eating, and things like that get in the way of your journey. But it's also not your fault because diet culture teaches us these things as well. I want you to live a life of food freedom, and I want you to come to your natural set point with your health. The next thing is you're probably struggling with your body image. Maybe when you look in the mirror, you feel total hatred towards yourself and what you've become, believing you're totally responsible. So maybe you think things like, I'm so fat, I'm so disgusting. How could anyone ever love me? I hate my body. Ugh, I've been there. I used to obsess about mirrors and I'd look in them every chance I got, or I would avoid them like the plague. So I know you're asking, but can I lose weight? And everything is all around your weight. Not to mention feeling concerned that other people think you look fat or big or gained weight. You feel a lot of guilt, shame, regret, low self-esteem, and I want to change that for you. I want to show you that you can learn body respect, body neutrality, and body acceptance. Like I said, I've struggled with this since I was around 13, and I was able to overcome it, and I know you can too. I want to normalize that all sizes of bodies can be good sizes. And just because what society says does not mean that that's where you need to be. I want you to know that I can help you get to a more positive body image. The third thing you're probably struggling with is the fear of weight gain, of course. So I'm sure you've had thoughts like, will it ever stop? Will I ever stop will I ever stop gaining weight? I remember having this crippling fear that every single day I was gaining more and more and more weight, and that at some point I was just going to explode. Not to mention the fear that the entire world noticed my body and my weight gain. I felt so paranoid. Like I would think things like, oh my gosh, can they tell? Can they notice? Did they see how much I've gained? What do they think? It was awful. It was terrible. I hated it. And I also with that comes feelings of shame, guilt, frustration, embarrassed, all of it, sad, angry. Ugh, it's just awful. Now, I also know that one of your biggest fears with intuitive eating is weight gain because that was my biggest fear as well. So is it possible to gain even more weight than I already have? That's what I used to think. So here's what I can tell you about weight gain and intuitive eating. You may gain weight, you may lose weight, and you may stay exactly the same, and we're not going to know until you're in it. What I like to tell my clients is that the more trusting, accepting, open-minded, and curious you are, the quicker you get to food freedom. I promise. One of the reasons it took me so long to relearn how to eat intuitively is because I was obsessed and terrified of gaining any more weight. I truly felt that clinicians were trying to trick me into gaining more weight. This was obviously very untrue, and I completely made it up in my head. I know you're looking to lose weight for good. I was too. Again, maybe you'll lose weight, but maybe you won't. But the more important thing that I want you to know is living a life of food freedom is more impactful than any of that. And you can't know it until you're in it. So the last point I want to talk about is how your social life and relationships have been suffering and negatively impacted by your food and your body issues. So you've probably had thoughts like, I can't go, I can't do that. I can't eat at restaurants because it's too embarrassing with all these food modifications. Restaurants are disgusting. Restaurants are fattening. I'll never be able to be normal. Do we always have to go out to eat? I'll just eat before. I'll make sure to bring my own food so it's safe. Ugh, that is no way to live. That's being a prisoner. And I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Enough already. So I know you just want to be normal, whatever that means. You want to be able to figure out the perfect diet so you don't have to worry about anything ever again. I know, because I wished for that same thing too. So there's an easier, softer way, which is relearning how to eat intuitively and live a life of food freedom. So listen, I know how overwhelming all of this can feel. It's a process you've already tried on your own. Maybe you've actually sought help, but you're still no better. I'm sure you've never had the combination of a therapist, a certified intuitive eating coach, and someone that's lived this experience. You're getting 3 specialties in one person. And I know I can help you to get there. I feel confident in that. So make sure to submit the application after the end of this video. I'll reach out. We can have a quick conversation to see if we're a good fit. And I can't wait to see your application.